Hello, guys, and welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Chancer, the fantasy football show we bring you here each and every game week round on the Upper Tier podcast on YouTube. This is our third show in a week now, with all the fixtures piling up. Not too much longer to go in the Premier League, and lots of things to be sorted out still, including the top of the table, which I have a keen interest in as an Arsenal supporter. But I am going to take a look at my team from the last game week round that just finished last night. So, guys, finish on an impressive 80 points by a fluke, which we'll get into in a moment. So, I had Queeveen Callagher in goals for 3 points. He made quite a number of saves last night against Sheffield United, and got a bonus point. William Saliba, yet again, 7 points for him, clean sheet, 2 bonus points. Unfortunately, Connor Bradley scored that very unfortunate own goal last night, finished on 0 points, even though he played. Udogie, Dan Burn, and Branthwaite all on 2 points. And I'm really going to have to consider taking Udogie out of there because of Tottenham's very poor defensive record at the moment. So in the middle of the park, Phil Foden, 20 points. What an amazing season he's having. Cole Palmer there, as you can see, was my vice captain, but due to Erling Haaland not playing, that 20 points was doubled to 40, and that's where the majority of points have come from this week. Salah on 1, poor game last night for him. Douglas Luiz on 1, win in Aston Villa's demolition job by Manchester City. Dominic Solanke not finding the net again, and then as you can see there on the bench, a couple of injuries to Watkins and Saka. Leno with the 1 point, and obviously Haaland not playing. So where does that leave me in the upper tier league? We shall see now. So still in number 1 position at the moment. So 1,943, which is exactly 100 points ahead of second place. But that could easily change between now and the end of the season. We still have our full 33 players for the season. And it's really getting to the nitty gritty now. And obviously, I'm seeing that things can change. People probably still have chips and points left to play. So nothing can be taken for granted yet. So we are going to look at this week's team now and what I'm going to go for this week. So in goals, I'm going to keep Queeveen Callagher. I think that Liverpool are conceding chances. Manchester United will likely score, but he's been making saves, and that's why I'm going to leave him in goals. Branthwaite, you would think it's a comfortable-ish game for Everton and a must-win, really, considering the circumstances they're in and the position that Burnley are in. So a really, really, really important game for Everton this week, and they'd be hoping to keep a clean sheet and get a victory at home to Burnley. Udogie, I'm going to leave in for another week. Nottingham Forest at home, that is a chance for a clean sheet, in my opinion. With William Saliba there as well. Brighton can score goals. They haven't been great this season, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens in that game. And then in the middle of the park, I'm going with Saka away to Brighton, obviously, as we said, with Saliba. Son, Nottingham Forest at home, I'd expect him to be picking up points there if Spurs are on form, but they're very inconsistent still. Cole Palmer, one of the players of the season at the moment, has to stay in there. Douglas Luiz in again, being a bit quiet lately. Villa missing a few key players there with McGinn out through suspension. Obviously, Ollie Watkins with injury, so maybe that's affecting him a little bit in terms of not being able to get assists. And Mo Salah subbed off last night. It was kind of poor. Be hoping for a big game, and he's a big game player, and he'll be hoping for a big game against Manchester United this week, so he's in there as well. As is Dominic Solanke, Luton away. This is a huge, huge game for Luton. I think this is like now or never. I think it's been 10 games now, and Luton haven't picked up any points. So if they don't start picking up points soon, they'll find themselves being isolated from the rest. And Erling Haaland, I'm going for. He got his rest during the week. I expect him to be back in the team. Manchester City, 12:30 kickoff away to Crystal Palace Saturday morning. Fully expected to be back in. Watkins, I was unsure whether he'd make it or not, so I put him on the bench. And that is pretty much it for me, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share to the channel. Enjoy WrestleMania weekend. I know I will. I'm off to Amsterdam today, Saturday. And I will catch you all again in a few days. Thanks very much, guys.